Hey, good evening, and thank you for coming for this second session of this Quocia discussion with the founder, Mr. Daniel Yu. Okay, thank you again for everybody coming in, and some of you may be hearing it for the second time. So, without further ado, I want to keep it short. Yesterday we sort of overrun and stretched a little bit, and today we're going to be spot on, refined. Hopefully, you get the gist of this very powerful AI tools. And to me, for the last whole of year, the whole last year, I've been coaching a lot of people to do social media, and then AI came. I've been coaching them how to use AI to draft, AI to design poster, and then put them into posting and schedule. So that is 4 steps. Now with Quocia, we only 1 step, and plus there's a lot of AI in it. It saves time, it get a lot of efficiency. So it cut away a lot of fear that people that, I have no time, I have no resources, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to post, I don't know when to post, and I cannot manage more than one account. So thank you, Daniel. Reach out to me less than maybe a week ago, less than a week ago.
Yeah, today is
Then told me
day
about
6 or day 7. Yep.
yeah, he told me about it, and we straight away spring into actions because this is a very powerful tools, and I believe this will help a lot of people. So we already identify a lot of potential user. We will be reaching out to them, especially companies that has got big team. So okay, I'll hand the stage to Daniel, and then maybe Daniel can do a quick introduction, and then we shall go from there. Thank you.
Hey, hi everyone. Thank you for coming by this second Quocia webinar. I'm Daniel. I am the creator and founder behind Quocia. So basically today we're just going to quickly go through what Quocia can do, how to use Quocia. Okay, yesterday I thought I'll take 20-25 minutes. I ended up taking 45 minutes. So that's way too long. I'm going to keep it hopefully a lot shorter today. Okay, to start off, right? Basically, what is Quocia? Okay, Quocia stands for quick social. You put the two words together, quick and social, and you pronounce them very quickly, you get Quocia. Okay, so that's what Quocia is. So basically, Quocia is not a tool like Hootsuite and say Social Bee and all that. They are tools that your social media agency will use. Okay, Quocia is not a tool for social media agencies. Quocia attempts to be the social media agency. Okay, so Quocia is the agency. The other thing to know about Quocia is that, I mean, we all know that AI, generative AI, in short, Gen AI is pretty powerful these days. Okay, you got ChatGPT 4.0 and recently 4.0 and all that. You can do a lot of things with it. Okay. Now, the problem with AI or ChatGPT and the likes today is that they are not specialized, one, and they do not have hands and legs. Okay. So if you're going to use ChatGPT to do social media, first you chat with it, a lot of to and fro's and all that, okay? And perhaps at the end of the day, get it down to what you want to post, all right? And then after that, you still have to move those, whatever is created, into your platform and post it. Okay, so there's still a lot of to and fro's to be done. So um, so basically, what Quocia is, right, is that it is a specialized social media AI that has hands and legs. Okay, and its hands and legs are specialized in basically working directly with your social media platform. Okay, so that's what Quocia is. Okay, it's not a tool for social media agencies. It attempts to be the social media agency, and basically it's a specialized AI with hands and legs. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen now, dive straight into how to use Quocia, and then after that we'll have a Q&A session. Okay, so keep your questions until the Q&A session so that we can do this more efficiently. Let me find this share screen. Okay, can you all see my screen now? Sorry?
Yes, can
Yes,
see.
we can see.
Okay, and my mouse is hovering over a card that says Daniel Y, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so there's the right screen that I'm sharing. Okay, basically in Quocia, right, if it's your first time coming into Quocia, you'll see the screen. Okay, this is what we call the brief. Okay, it is like the brief that you give your social media agency. So here Quocia is taking a brief from you about your brand. Okay, so if it is your first time coming in, you first have to handle the brief first. Okay, and in the brief there are 2 pages to the brief, but the second page is optional. Okay, primarily the first page is what you must fill in, and you don't have to fill in everything. You just have to fill in 5. There are 5 fields that are required before it can continue to then generate your first strategy for you. And the 5 fields are location. Location is pre-filled for you, but you can change it. It cannot be empty. The second field is brand name. It must have a brand name. The third field is industry. Although it says here 3 max, right? That's the maximum. Even 1 will do. The fourth one is the life stage of your brand. So you must fill that in at least 1. And social objective, you must have at least 1. So with these 5 fields in, you can go ahead and generate your strategy already. You do not have to worry that the other fields are empty and all that, because you can always fill them in later. I'll touch on how to do that later. Okay. So these 5 fields, let's say if we take especially this 3, it says here, pick from list or type your own, which means that if you click anywhere, you have a list, pre-populated list, right? You can pick one of them, or you can just enter your own. Okay, dinner time. So I just type something and I press enter after that, and it becomes an item. Okay, so you can enter whatever you want in this any field that says type your own. Yeah. So once you have this 5 fields in, there is this field says preferred social platform, which is optional, right? This, if you already have a platform that you're using, like you're already using Facebook, and you must have this Quocia include Facebook in your strategy, then you want to put Facebook in there. Okay, if you're already using LinkedIn, then you want to put LinkedIn in there, and then it may also recommend you other platforms, but whatever you put in there will definitely be in the strategy. If you don't put anything in there, then it will pick the platform which it thinks is most appropriate for you. Okay, so you fill in your brief, you go to next page, and then you generate a strategy. Okay, and it will take some time, and then it will bring you to your calendar with your strategy there and the content there. So that's the calendar, but before going there, I'm going to go to the dashboard and give you a quick run through of the dashboard first. On the top right-hand corner of the header bar, there is this icon with four squares. Okay, 4 squares. You just click that, and you will go to your dashboard. Okay, in the dashboard, you have your project cards. Okay, each of them is a project. Okay, most people will have one. You can, if you want more than one project, just create a project. When you create a project, again, it goes to your brief page, and then you enter the brief for that project. Now, for a project card, there are a few options you have with project card. You can upgrade the project. Quocia's projects are Quocia sells subscription by projects. Okay, they don't, when you buy a subscription, it's not for the whole account, it's for a project. Okay, so some projects can be free, any project can be free. Okay, but when you upgrade a plan, you're upgrading one project. So besides upgrading, you can buy Q credit for the project. You can change the card image. When you change the card image, you're basically changing this image. Oops. So you upload an image to change this image here. This image is auto-generated the moment you have filled in your brand name and your industry. Then they'll just find an image for you here. And then you can share project if you are on certain plans that allow sharing. All right, you can share your project. To share a project, basically you just click share project. I'm gonna delete this sharer. Okay, so if you have not shared the project yet, this field will be empty. Then you enter the sharer's name, the person you want to share with. Sorry, not name, the email address. The email address okay, let's say I type the email address of someone who does not have an account on Quocia. Okay, so Daniel at .u.sg, and I give him a role, say editor. Okay, now this person does not have a Quocia account yet. So when I share with him, it will say pending user sign up. So the moment this fella has signed up for an account with this email address that you indicated here, right, your project will be shared with him and he'll see your project on the dashboard. If this person already has an account, it will just immediately be shared with him, your project, and it won't say it's pending. It'll just say shared user. Yeah. So that's to share project. And then you can delete a project. Okay, to delete a project, because projects are sensitive with a lot of information, so we want to make the deletion of project as friction-free as possible. Okay, so what you do have to do is to type in the full project name before this button, the delete button, will be enabled. And where do you get the project name? You have it here. Project name Daniel.y. So if I'm gonna type the full project name, then this button is activated. If I click it, that whole project will be gone. So I'm not going to do that. Cancel. Okay, so that's the dashboard. If it's your first time coming into Quocia, okay, after you have entered the brief, you have generated your calendar, you go into your calendar, which I'll go in now. When you go into your calendar, right, you won't be able to click anything because it's your first time. And if it's your first time, Quocia wants you to know 4 things. How to create a new post. Okay, so it wants you to know these 4 things before it allows you to do anything. So to create a new post, you need to double click. Okay, so you read that, you close it. And then it says to do anything with your post, to edit, approve, or manage your post, you click on the post. Okay, so, okay, noted, close. Item 3 or 4, it wants you to know that this button, add post, will fill your calendar with posts for the next 4 weeks from today. That's how you add more posts or auto-generated posts for 4 weeks from today. So close. And the final item it wants you to know is use Quchat, this button up here, to update brand information, fill in the fields that you have not filled in the brief, okay, adjust your strategy and a lot of the other things. The magic of Quocia is done in Quchat. Okay, which I'll cover later. So I'm going to close that. Okay, so once you have gone through those 4 onboarding pop-ups, the calendar is ready to use. Okay, so I'm going to just talk about navigation of the calendar. You can go to next month using this button, previous month, or you can use your keyboard, just the arrow buttons. Okay, so if you just use the arrow buttons, you can just navigate. I'm just using the arrow buttons on my keyboard to navigate the months right now. You have month view, week view, day view, and then you can filter by status. All posts have 3 status in Quocia, or 1 of 3 status. They are either draft, they are approved, or they are posted. So all draft posts have this orange line next to them. Okay, so an approved post, let's say if I, so an approved post will have a green line. Okay, and a posted post would have a black line. Okay, so these are the markers next to the color code next to a post to indicate the status of the post. So all posts will be one of these 3 status: draft, approved, or posted. I'm going to go to all status again. So platform, you can just filter by the platform that your strategy currently contains. And then expand on and off is basically just to whether you want it to show more information about the post. Like when I expand it, it talks about, it gives you the theme, the type, the status of the post and such. To create a new post, again, double click on the empty space of any day. Okay, and then you can create a new post. Or you select the platform. You can manual or auto generate. If I click manual, I get an empty post. Right. So food save. So that's a post already. Yep, and I can close it. That is right there. If, of course, I could also have auto-generated that post, and then it will look like one of the others. Unfortunately, right now on mobile phone, double clicking doesn't work. So if you try to double tap on the day, you will not get anything. So the other thing you can do, this is sort of a hack right now. We'll fix that later on. Is that if you're in month view and you just tap on the date of any day, you can create a new post. So on a mobile phone, that's the only way to create a new post. In month view, tap on the date of any day, and this will come out. Okay, so that's how you create a new post. Now I'm going to go into the post itself and what you can do with posts. Oh yes, before that, whenever Quocia creates your strategy and your calendar for you, right? You see all these posts. What it has done actually is to populate the calendar with posts that it thinks you should have, but all these posts do not contain any content. Okay, it's got a title, it's got theme, it's got a content type, and all that. That means all the information to guide Quocia towards creating the content for the post, but it does not have content. Okay, so the first time you tap a post, hope this one hasn't been created yet. Okay, there's no content in this, so it's my first time tapping it. So it's now creating the content for that post. Okay. If it's already has content, right, when you tap it, it will open much faster. Yeah. So it created the content. So it's this, and then it would also find a picture from a photo library for you. So this picture you can change, you can delete it, or you can add pictures. So let's say if we want to add pictures, add image to post, I can search. If I click search, I get access to a photo library, and up here is the search term that Quocia gave to this post when it generated the post. So it searched a photo library using this term. Okay, and all these are royalty free, free to use images that you can use. Okay. So if you don't like any of the images here, you can always just change the search term. Say I have the faces, and then I have another set of images. Right, click the image you want, and it's in Quocia. Okay, so besides searching, you can also take it from your save images. So if I click this one here, save images, all these are images that I've saved in Quocia. So I can select any one. I select this, and there's this in my post. Or I can upload a post. Upload an image, I mean. So all these are images that are in there already. You can sort them by just dragging them. Okay. And then you can download them. You can save them to the save media folder that I showed you just now. If you click this button, this image will be saved there. Or you can edit them, or you can delete, right? So if you edit, let's say I take this one, because this is direct from the photo library. So this is the image from the photo library, right? So when I click edit, I can change it because this is a Twitter post. So I can set it, say, to a Twitter square, a Twitter landscape, or Twitter portrait, right? So let's say we take Twitter square, or I can further zoom, crop it, and such, yeah, or flip it and all that. I can add text to it. Okay. Okay, you can change the color. Let's say to yellow. Oh, sorry. Okay, can change the color. I can add a shadow to it. Shadow. So I can put this anywhere. Okay, and then I can save the image. I can also add shapes. Yeah. So once that's done, this is the image that will be posted. Yeah, and of course you can save this edited image to your folder, or you can download it. Okay, so these are with images, what you can do with it. And then for the text or the caption, you can change the text. So let's say I want to change the text to say, I want to change the text to say, there are a few things you can do. Okay, these are all the quick AI tools to improve it, to change the tone into, say, a more professional one, friendly, relaxed, playful, excited, assertive. Or you can shorten it, lengthen it. But the most powerful one is this regenerate post. So in regenerating posts, you can give it specific instructions. Add certain hashtag that you want, add certain call to actions that you want, mention certain things, or want the post to be exactly about a particular topic. So you can give it instructions here, regenerate, and then it'll regenerate. If you don't give it instruction and just regenerate, it will still regenerate, but with its own view on just making a change to the post and hopefully making it better. So these are the things you can do with the AI tools, or you can suggest more titles. Yep, and then we'll have more titles, and you can pick the title and then they create another post for you based on the new title. So those are the quick AI tools. Of course, you can change the date that you want to post it. And then there's another button where you can duplicate the post. You can change the platform. You can copy it to another project if you have another project. So this post will then, so I have a lot of projects, I can copy it to any one of my other projects. Okay. So I can change the platform, like this is a Twitter post. So if I change the platform, say I can change it to a Facebook post and it becomes a Facebook post. Okay. Or I can delete the post. So these are the things I can do to the post. Okay, because Quocia comes with a free plan, right? And even on a paid plan, you have the option of whether to connect your real social media account to Quocia. So what happens is this: you're either connected to your real social media account or you're not, right? So if you're a free plan, then of course you're not connected. If you're on a paid plan, then you can choose to connect or not to connect. So if you're not connected, if it's not connected to your real social media account, then basically this post is just a dummy. You cannot post it, right? So then what good is this post? Well, you can cut, copy, download your images, and then manually put them into your post in whichever platform you want to put it. And then you can mark it. This marking here is just for your own information that, okay, I'm still working on this post, so this post is draft. So I'm done with it, but I'm not sure whether I want to post it yet. I mark it as approved, okay? And then I can see that it's green, I can filter it, and I know this is a post that I confirm I want to use, right? And after I've posted it, right, I can mark it as posted. So this is just for sort of like a management tool to sort of know the status of your post, right? If that post is not, if that platform is not connected to your real social media platform. Now, for me, this particular project, it is connected to LinkedIn. Let me just show you link platforms. So in link platforms, my LinkedIn is connected, right? So basically, just click whichever platform you want to link, and it will link that platform. So if my LinkedIn is connected, you notice that if I open a LinkedIn post, okay, if I open a LinkedIn post, right, there is no more mark for approval or mark as approved or mark as posted button, right? There's only one button which says approve for posting. So the moment I click approve for posting, it goes to LinkedIn. If the date is in the past, it will just immediately post it once you approve for posting. If the date is in the future, approve for posting means you'll sit in LinkedIn, okay, and wait until the time is right, and then it will post it, and then it will then automatically mark that post as posted. So if it's in the past, it will post it immediately, and then it will mark the post as posted as well. So if your platform is connected, this approve for posting and posted thing is a real action that it takes with your platform to do something with the post. Okay, so that's with posts. Next, I'm going to go quickly into QChat. We're already 22 minutes in. Okay, QChat is the area where what Quocia does is this: when you fill in your brief, all that in Quocia, there are 3 tabs: brand, updates, and strategy. Okay, when you first fill in your brief, all that information is captured here. Okay, so whatever you did not fill in will be empty, right? And then you can continue to fill them in, right? Or type whatever you want, yeah. Or you may have more information. You know, you may have some address, some website address, some link that you want them to that you want people to go to, or that is relevant for your brand, static information about your brand. It can be taglines. It can be anything any information you want. Okay, so you just add more. You give it a label, you know, website address, tagline, or whatever else, and then you give it the information. So that's to add information about your brand. Now, this whole tab is what we call static information. Okay, this information do not change with your brand. Okay, your whichever, like for example, the brand name or the audience and all that, you generally don't change for a long while. You know, for a brand, so they are static. And then there's the updates tab. Okay, updates tab is where we put time-sensitive information. Like for example, if you have a property launch coming up next month, or you have a product launch coming up next month, or if it's your company's anniversary, you know, or some holiday, you can enter those information here. So add more, you enter a date, what is that information, you know, a property launch, you can tag it. Just the tag is just for easy reference. Yep, this is just for your own information. So you add time-sensitive information here because when Quocia generates posts, it takes into consideration your brand information, the static information, the updated information, okay, the time-sensitive information. So we'll match that to the date that is creating that post. And it will also match it to the strategy. And then from all this information, it will create the content. Okay, so that's what time-sensitive information is for. And then there's the strategy tab. The strategy tab is what Quocia does. Once it's taken the brief, it will create a strategy. First, it creates an overall strategy on how it's going to deal with your social media. So it's got objective, it's got engagement preference, it's got call to action preferences, it generated some SEO hashtags for you, and some SEO keywords for you. So that's the overall strategy. And then it created some sub-strategy, like for the blog, what it intends to do, when it will post, what's the frequency, for Facebook, what it intends to do, for LinkedIn, what it intends to do. Okay, so when Quocia, after taking your brief, it generates a strategy, and it's based on this strategy, based on the time-sensitive information and the brand information, that it goes on to create your calendar and create each post. Okay. Now, this strategy here, you can edit it. You don't like what it's saying, you can straight away just type and just, you know, edit and change the strategy. You know? Or you can add more SEO hashtags and all that. Yep. Or you can speak to Quocia here. You can talk directly to Quocia. There are a few things that Quocia can do. It can change your strategy for you. It can update your updates for you. So instead of entering them there, you can just talk to it. Let me move this bar away. You can just chat with it and tell it to update your time-sensitive information or your brand information, and then it will just update for you instead of your going in there to change it, you know, or change the strategy. So you can chat with it about strategy. You can tell it to remove a particular platform, say blog, and it will remove that platform for your strategy. So Quocia does all that here. Okay, chats with you about social media and the strategy and your brands and the updates, and do those things for you. It can retrieve information about your posts, but it cannot create posts for you. It cannot delete your posts. It cannot edit the post. Okay, all post related actions can only be done in the calendar. Quocia can only retrieve your posts for you, tell you what are the post titles you have in the past 3 months, in the coming month, or specific content about one particular post, right? But it cannot do anything to the post. So that's Quchat. Now I'm going to go back to calendar, and this basically ends the overview of what you can do with Quocia. Okay, not bad. I did 27 minutes. So let's go into Q&A. Intense stuff, Sean say. I hope I wasn't going too fast that you guys didn't understand.
So far, so good, I think.
Okay, so I'm open for questions now. Okay, analytics will be coming soon. Not yet. But we're trying to roll out features as fast as possible. So every day I'm making changes to it.
So, anybody have any question for Daniel on this Quocia?
Okay, because Kiak Leong asked in the chat if there are any analytics. So I replied him just a while back saying analytics will be coming soon. Not yet, but soon. Yeah. Boost post, that is an ad feature, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Sean, to reply you, okay, basically this is to help you to generate content and publish to social media. So if your social media, you purchase a boost post feature or you pay for ads, then it goes to boost. So we actually streamline the 4 steps to posting. Then from the different app that you have boosting, then it's separate. Yeah. Hope we answer your question. So just to give you an idea, I mean, Sean is in the F&B business. So a lot of F&B outlets, they don't have time to do posts. Okay. The smaller ones especially, or the mid-sized one, and they may not have the resources and they're focusing on their day-to-day affair. So, but if they continue to overlook the needs of social media, then they also have problems. So this will solve their problem at a very low cost and a very efficient. They still can have a social media presence with AI helping them to generate the contents. So I hope this is easier for those who have not tried. I know Sean, you have done tried, but most of the people in this group already tried and know that it's very powerful. Daniel, you want to answer what Thomas before I interject? Your mic is muted, Daniel.
No, there's no restriction. You can use it in any country for any. Okay, as of now, this is a good question. Someone asked the same question yesterday.
James asked.
Right. Oh yes. Now James just asked the question. Does it support Chinese posts? I assume when you say Chinese post means the content of the post is in Chinese. Okay. Right now, no. Short answer is no. Quocia is built for multi-language, which means it will eventually have Chinese, French, Bahasa, whatever language you want to post in. It can do that. Okay, but as of today, no, not yet. But that will be rolled out within the month.
Okay, so to sum up what Thomas asked and what Jim asked. So if you're talking about your own use, okay, we are for the purpose of today is for user, what you need to know. So you can be in any part of the world. As long as you can register, you can use and you can connect to your social media and you can post. So Thomas, that is to answer your questions. And as this is an AI for the purpose of James, this is an AI. AI is equipped with multi-language. So in about a month's time or sooner than that, Quocia will be having this capability of multi-language. So I hope this answers 2 of your questions. So the purpose of today is as a user presentation. Okay. So if Thomas have other question, then it has to be in a separate session. Thank you. Okay, standard question from Sean. Daniel, you want to answer that?
Okay. Right now we are connected to 5 platforms, namely LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Okay. So Quocia right now, when it creates a strategy and when it does anything, the platform it will address are these 5 plus blog. Okay. So the 5 I mentioned plus blogs. Because Quocia, as far as media is concerned, it can take images, but it as of now cannot take videos yet, or you cannot upload a video to it. So because of that, TikTok and YouTube are not connected right now. So it will not generate for you a strategy with TikTok or with YouTube. Yeah. And if you tell Q to try to add that platform, Q will not add that platform for you. Yeah. But in about a week's time, those video will be enabled. And once video is enabled, TikTok will be there and YouTube will be there. Xiaohongshu, no, I'm afraid. That's a Chinese platform. So platforms outside of China, yes.
Sean, I hope that answers your question. So, the rolling out of connecting to all the different apps, major apps will be there. But as today, it's already good enough. Okay. Anyone else? Any questions? Alex, Teck Leong, Julian, Delphine, Yvonne. Julian has some questions. So, okay, maybe I will correct me if I'm wrong. This is for social media. WhatsApp is not social media. Telegram is not social media. It's not linked to them. Okay. Those are messaging apps. Okay,
Thomas
Yvonne.
asked his question whether it can generate music together with images. No, it cannot.
Interesting questions.
Yeah. In fact, if you generate music, I don't think the platforms take music. They take video with music.
When the video comes, the music will be there.
Yes, right. Yeah, because they only take video or images. So once video is ready, then yes, of course, you can put music in the video. But music alone as an audio file, no, it does not. The platforms don't. Yes, can take images with music. Yes, of course.
Oh, to correct Thomas, Instagram music doesn't come from the images. It comes from the app. Okay. It's an app overlay your images. Your images do not have a music file. Is a JPEG or a PNG file. When you post, you can select music to overlay the images. Okay. To answer
Def
Delphine, it can help anybody who needs to have social media presence. Okay. Very specifically. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, thank you,
Anyone
Thomas.
else have any specific technical questions about this? So I think the best way, I think most of you who ask questions in different manner, maybe you have not tried. I've sent you guys the link. It's free to use. You can generate. You will know that how fast it is. Okay. But to post, you need to subscribe. That's the only requirement because connecting it costs money from the platforms.
I think Defin's question about helping a property agency as opposed to a property agent, right?
Yes, yes.
So I
So
think
I already answer her. So it does help everybody from all businesses.
of course the ability to share your project I think will bode well for agencies. where the rest of the agents also have
It will not
access
replace.
to.
It will not replace the sales agent. I cannot sell the property.
Yeah, of course not. Yep. But definitely the content, you can copy content from one of the other agents' social media into your project, right? And then deal with it from there.
Thomas has a question.
Yep.
Technical
Okay.
wise.
Currently we are not looking at it as a mobile app. It is a desktop app. So App
Maybe I
Store,
can.
Google Store,
Yeah, maybe
not
I
at the
can add on
moment.
to this. So it's already a common practice that a lot of new software don't go into apps for a few reasons. Okay. Secondly, this is a AI intensive tools. So using an app, you probably have a bit of a limitations. Okay. So you can see that most of the more popular and heavily used software or AI are web-based rather than app-based. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, only games these days uh, uh, are sort of app-based. A lot of applications, usable applications, would prefer to be web-based.
Okay. Anyone has any questions? I also just for information, this web or this AI heavily depends on the cloud server. So all your information are stored on cloud, right? Am I right, Daniel?
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Yeah. So it's definitely better to use web so that you can retrieve, you can update, and etc. If app based, then the interface will be quite different. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else any question? Maybe we take one more question before we end the session, so we can keep it short. And it's a Monday blues night. So, any more last questions from everyone? Okay. So once again, thank you, Daniel.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, everyone.
For taking time to explain. I think yesterday's session, quite a few people feedback that they have a much better understanding on the functionality, and even after they use they can use it better. Okay. Uh, I just want to summarize that if you are a content creator, you can never work as fast as this AI. Secondly, if you are familiar using all the AI tools that's around available now, like ChatGPT or AI images, you still need 4 steps to get to what Quocia can do. Okay, maybe you can design a much better image than Quocia, but you do not have the efficiency and time. Imagine Quocia, you can handle multiple projects. Okay, you can set strategy. This is something that if you use multiple AI, you still need to decide on your strategy, which is one step that you will be missing. Just think about it. If you are a busy executive, you just want to have a digital presence. You are a busy business owner. You just need to have some posts. You have a new product coming out. You need to inform people. You need that post to be captured by algorithms so that when people do a search, they can find you. Okay, but it's not designed to replace a professional content creator. You cannot replace a TikToker yet. Okay, if you
No.
guys intend to use Quasha to replace the top TikToker or in TikTok or YouTube, I'm sorry, not yet. Okay, and if it does, I don't think Daniel will sell this software. He will use it himself. Okay, so embrace this. Okay, Daniel is Singaporean. Okay, I hope Singaporean, Asian, Singapore, Malaysia is a Singapore-based product. It's designed to help a certain niche of people. So okay, if you're a big company, you already have a big team doing social media, fine. You may not need this because the whole department will be out of job. So the HR will not consider subscribing to Quocia. But if you're a small, medium-sized company or company that do not have the function department that does social media, this is the fastest, cheapest digital presence software. Okay, so think about it. Think about the functionality that's provided. Of course, Daniel and his team will constantly upgrade to make it better. If, how do I say, if your car do not have ABS, no point asking for it, because what you pay for is without ABS, but soon they have an ABS upgrade. Okay, if you want a four-wheel drive, the car is not four-wheel drive yet, you can always ask, but it's irrelevant because the car comes with it. Okay, if the car is not hybrid, you ask for hybrid. I think that's what I want to explain to everybody. It's good enough. It's very powerful. I've tested it, and we have a team that tested it. It's really, really very efficient, especially in repeated works. Okay, for example, there's for what we call property agency for new products. This is really very powerful. Okay, so if there's no further question, thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, everybody. Just reply 000 in the chat, and you can leave the room. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.